Good day, Kurt here with RA Tech. Today I'd like to introduce our new product for the VFC M4 style GBB rifle. Full auto. Now, in the past, we have made this NPAS nozzle. NPAS is for its adjustable air pressure, and the difference is we've now gone to a full polymer body instead of the aluminum we used before, because the aluminum was just a little bit heavy and the CNC process made it quite a bit more costly. So today we're going to talk about the one for the VFC. We're going to do some tests on the feet per second. We're also going to show you how it's designed and what makes this better than some other product. Okay, now I'd just like to explain the materials and the build of our new nozzle. Now, the actual nozzle will be this nozzle here. We have a clear one to show you some demonstration. But first of all, we'll talk about the body. This is a nylon polymer body with fiberglass reinforcement, so it is very strong. Now the clear one doesn't have the fiberglass, so that's why I thought I would point this out first. Now when we look here, we'll see that we have a solid steel front tip, which helps it from any damage. And then we have a spring inside with our hexagon adjustable nozzle. Now what that does, compared to anything else before where they use an O-ring or some Teflon tape to keep it from moving, this actually locks in position with a neodymium magnet every time you turn it, 1/6 of a turn. And with the vibration or the gun going back and forth really fast, this will not change, as you can see here. Now as we get to the back, we have the VFC spring and your O-ring seal. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the ease of adjustment for our new adjustable nozzle. These are the two tools that are available with it. Now with this small hex wrench, you're going to need to remove the bolt from the gun to adjust it. And this universal swivel hex wrench, you can adjust it just by opening the bolt and adjusting it through the chamber, which I will demonstrate now. So first of all, I'm going to take my M4 here, my VFC M4, and I'm going to lock it open here. And take this tool, and it's going to feed down through here, which you can do in the field. Now once you feel it's in the lock position, you can feel your individual clicks. 4, 5, and back. And that you can adjust your FPS right in the playing field or wherever you're at. Now, the original tool, and usually the one that comes with the nozzle, you just have to pop your M4 apart, slide out your bolt, and I find if you're doing some adjustments that this may be a little easier to get it back to 0 or something if you're kind of lost where you're at. Now this one you can actually have in the open, and it's really easy to work because we have about 8 revolutions on this, so you can open it up and close it quickly. Remember, once you've got this kind of at the FPS you want, one click will make a pretty substantial adjustment, maybe 5 or 10 meters per second, or about 5 meters per second. So, you know, if you're adjusting, you want to knock down, just 1 or 2 clicks is probably all you'll need once you have it set in the position you want. Okay, now we're ready to test our new RA Tech VFC NPAS adjustable nozzle. So first of all, I've got the nozzle removed, and I'm going to open it all the way. So we're going to get the maximum meters per second, and we're going to give that a test. The nozzle back in the gun here. It's in place. Got a couple magazines here. We have our chronograph hooked up right now, so we're going to have a look at the chronograph as well. And first of all, in full open position, I'm just going to run 10 rounds through it and see how we are for consistency. Okay, let's test it now that the nozzle is fully opened. We're going to test 10 rounds. All right, we're going to come over to the chronograph here and take a look. On the chronograph here, we have an average of 137, 137, 137, 138, 139. Very consistent, right around that, just under 140 meters per second. So now that we've done that, I'm going to take the gun and I'm going to adjust it down 4.5 revolutions. And I'm going to open it up to do that so I can count more accurately. And then we're going to see what our FPS is. And then after that, we're going to run a whole magazine through on semi-auto, or on full auto, sorry, to see how stable it is on full auto. My adjustment tool in here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Now, if I've got it adjusted 4.5, this should bring my feet per second down to where, or my meters per second down to where it's adjustable to about 5 to 10 meters per second per turn. I won't lock it because we still have a BB in the chamber right now, so let's test 10 more rounds and see where we're at. Okay, that magazine is empty now. And we'll take a look at here. And so there too, we're getting around 129, 124, 122. So it's come down a lot to around that 125 to 130 meters per second by adjusting it from there. Now we can go one further and adjust it down to about 120 or 115, and we'll test it there. I'm just going to adjust through the chamber this time instead of taking it apart. So once I have it in place, I'm just going to give it one click and see what difference that makes. Okay, now that we've moved it down one more notch, we're going to test the FPS or meters per second on this one now. All right, I'm just going to come over here to the chronograph and check the results. So as you can see, we're down 113, 113, 113, 112. Really consistent, but you can see just from one slight adjustment that we've dropped about 10 meters per second. So it really works good for, you know, having nice stability in your meters per second and a nice easy adjustment. So I'm going to move it back up to open position, and we're just going to run a magazine through it and see how stable it can be with a whole magazine on fully automatic. Okay, now we're going to take this VFC M4 GBB rifle and try it with our new RA Tech NPAS adjustable nozzle to see what it'll do on fully automatic. I'm going to switch it over here to fully automatic, and we're going to just try it out and see how it can empty a magazine. So as you can see, the rounds per second are very quick, and it empties it nice and stable. If you want to improve or upgrade your VFC M4 GBB rifle, the new RA Tech NPAS adjustable nozzle is perfect for getting more meters per second out of your gun or just quick adjustments on the field. And it's available now on our Airsoft Taiwan online shop.